Daria. Welcome to Scrum Master's video series where I give you practical tips on how to build awesome teams. In today's video, I wanted to talk about Agile metrics that can help you measure the success of Scrum, or more specifically, a Scrum Master. Now, the Agile metrics is a complicated subject, so this will be a three-part series. This is the first one, and I will be focusing on the key concepts around the Agile metrics. I've already published a couple of videos on this topic, so if you haven't watched them yet, I will link them down in the description. In those videos, I do cover some important points related to the Agile metrics, so they're pretty helpful if you're starting out in this topic or want to learn more. Before I get into this video, I do want to make a quick announcement about my online course, Success with Agile and Scrum, that is now available for registration. The 3 full modules have already been released, and the 4th and the last one is coming early 2021. Now is the best time to register for the course because you can get a special discounted price while the course is still in early access. Once the course actually comes out of the early access, it will be full pricing, so don't miss a chance to get in and get the lifetime access to the course for a discounted price. Now, to learn more about the course, head to scrummaster.com/success, and I really hope to see you as part of the course in the future. Now, let's get back to the topic of this video. How do you actually evaluate success of a Scrum Master? What metrics can you put into place, whether qualitative or quantitative, to help you with that? Well, it all comes back to the accountabilities that Scrum Master has that can actually help us define what metrics would suit this situation. So let's get back to the Scrum Guide and see what it says. The entire Scrum team is accountable for creating valuable, useful increment every sprint. So that means that the Scrum Master, as part of the Scrum team, is also accountable. The Scrum Master is accountable for establishing Scrum as defined in the Scrum Guide. And the Scrum Master is accountable for the Scrum team's effectiveness. Practically, what it means is that a Scrum Master is doing a great job if the Scrum team is delivering a done increment every sprint. Scrum is being followed with all elements, rules, values, and principles as it was designed. And the Scrum team is high performing and is continuously improving. Well, now we have a clear view of what benefits a Scrum Master brings to the organization and to the team. And with this, we can actually define some pretty good metrics that Scrum Masters you can actually use to measure whether you're going in the right direction, whether you're still on track, and what are some of the things that you might want to focus on and work on. Well, in this video, we're going to focus on specifically the first part, delivering a done increment every sprint. So let's get into that. The Scrum team is delivering a done increment every sprint. This is all about the ability of your team to deliver useful working products of high quality. So here are some of the metrics that can help you with that, or some of the questions that you might want to ask yourself and your team. How often your team is delivering a done increment? And when I say done, I mean done. All of the work is being completed, meaning that we have already created the code, we have tested it, documented it, we've done all of the work that is required for it to be potentially released to the customer, given into the customer's hands. So does it happen every sprint? Every other sprint? Does it happen maybe every 6 months? Well, this can help you define how often you can actually get to a done increment. Now, frequency of delivery, something done, working, and usable, is a good metric to help you define how well Scrum is actually helping your team and your organization to be successful, to achieve success, and to satisfy customers' needs. Other metrics that you might want to look into are lead time and cycle time. Basically, in short, it can mean is how much time does it take for your team or your organization to get from an idea stage, or maybe a request that is being made by the customer, to actually delivering that functionality into the hands of the customer. Those are some of the good metrics that you can start putting into place. And they're very, very tangible and real, especially from the customer point of view. What level of quality does your product have? Now, definition of done is the first gate that helps us define what is the level of quality that we're delivering in our product. And this is the good way for you to start defining whether your team is actually delivering what they should be delivering. Is your definition of done actually strict enough? Is it well defined? Does it even exist, right? And is it well understood by everyone involved, including the stakeholders, the team? Is there any room for interpretation of what is in the definition of done? So that can be a good ways to look at the quality of your product. Now, other metrics that can be helpful when used correctly are the number of defects that are reported after delivery to the customer's hands and the number of defects that actually are being resolved, maybe customer complaints or customer requests after delivery. That's something that we didn't understand our customers and didn't understand actually what they wanted, so we needed to come back to our products. And the same way, whether the customer actually is happy with what they're receiving, the quality of the product. Now, those are some of the things that can be very helpful in trying to identify whether your team is being able to deliver high quality done increment. If your team is not getting to done high quality product every single sprint, then it is up to you as their Scrum Master to help them find ways to get there. Most of the time, this is related to organizational impediments that prevent the team from getting to done every single sprint, usually related to different gates, validation, verifications, as well as organizational processes that slow things down. Right? Now, there are some good things for you to start working on as the Scrum Master, because this is how you can actually help your team achieve success. Now, this is a journey of 1,000 steps, really, because every single day that you can get to get you closer to a done, potentially releasable, high quality increment every single sprint is a win. So if right now your team can deliver a done increment, say every 180 days, and after doing some work, after a couple of sprints, you were able to reduce that to 178 days, well, you've just gained 2 days. So you are on the right track, you're going in the right direction. So do take into account that this is something that will take time, because most of the time it is related to more complex challenges that you will need to work on and improve to actually help your team get there. Keep track of the product your team delivers and help them find ways to get to more high quality and more frequent delivery of done increments. Now, this concludes this first video where we talked about delivering done increments every single sprint as one of the metrics to look at, as well as the quality. Stay tuned for the second video where we will be talking about establishing Scrum as defined in the Scrum Guide. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And join me at scrummaster.com, where I share even more insightful information and resources for Scrum Masters. I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers and Scrum on!